All right, so get ready because today we are going deep, really deep into a relationship that's like on the edge of a cliff.
Ooh, sounds intense.
It is. It is. We've got this conversation between two friends, and it's just brutally honest. I mean, it really shows you what it's like to be in a long-term relationship and all the ups and downs that come with it.
Yeah, like we're getting this inside look into a relationship that's going through some really, really rough waters.
Yeah, for sure.
And we're not just talking surface level stuff here, we're diving deep into the doubts, the frustrations, and all those vulnerabilities that people usually try to hide.
Right, exactly. So, okay, let me set the scene for you.
Okay.
Picture a couple that's been together for years, like a decade. You'd think they'd have it all figured out by now, right? But but things are starting to fall apart. They're fighting more often. That initial spark is fading. And to make things even more complicated, one partner has a job that takes them away for long stretches at a time.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that distance can really put a strain on things.
It really can. It really can. And you know what's interesting?
What's that?
It turns out that being away from each other isn't the only problem. The partner who's away, every time they come home, they're filled with anxiety.
Oh, that makes sense. Coming home after being away for so long, it can be tough to readjust.
Right, but this is like a deeper kind of anxiety. It's like something from their past is haunting them.
Like they're bringing baggage back with them each time.
Exactly, exactly. So think about it like this. Some of their previous homecomings were actually really traumatic.
Oh, wow. So, like, their body's bracing for impact before they even step foot back home.
Yes, it's like they're reliving those past experiences every time they come back.
That's a classic example of what we call re-traumatization. Their mind and body are reacting like they're in danger, even though the current situation might be totally fine.
Right, it creates this cycle of fear and dread that is just so hard to break.
Exactly. And you can bet that this is going to have a huge impact on their communication.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the partner who's staying home, they feel like they're not being heard.
Like their needs are being ignored.
Yeah, like their feelings, their attempts to connect, it's all just misunderstood, dismissed, or even worse, met with silence.
Oh, that's rough. That's actually a big red flag in any relationship. And in this case, it's not just about disagreeing or having different communication styles. It's that even when one partner is trying to be caring and work on the relationship, it's twisted and seen as an attack.
You're so right. And there's this one story that really highlights how disconnected they are. The partner who's at home tried to initiate some virtual intimacy, trying to keep that spark alive despite the distance.
Oh, I see. Trying to spice things up a
Yeah,
bit.
exactly. But it totally backfired.
What
The
how?
response they got was just cold, like they were being shut down on purpose.
Wow. And if you really pay attention to the language they used, it wasn't just a lack of interest. There was this like subtle hostility, almost like they were trying to start a fight.
Yeah, it really makes you question what their true intentions are, if they're really committed to this relationship at all.
Definitely raises some red flags. Yeah, it's like, when you don't feel secure, it's easy to take things the wrong way, even when someone's trying to be nice.
Right, exactly. And it's not just online, this distance, this like wall between them. It's there even when they're physically together.
Oh, so like even when they are in the same room, it's like they're still miles apart.
Yeah, and that brings us to this whole other issue, which is the talk about divorce. The partner who's away keeps bringing it up, like it's just going to happen eventually.
Oh, wow. I can imagine that's got to be tough to constantly feel like your relationship is about to end.
Right. It's like this constant instability. How can you relax, be yourself, really invest in the relationship when you feel like it could all be over at any moment?
Exactly. And it really makes you wonder, is this intentional? Is this like a way to control the other person?
Like a form of manipulation.
Yeah, exactly. Think about it. If you're constantly reminded that the relationship could end, it keeps you off balance, right? You're always walking on eggshells.
Right. You're more likely to give in, to not rock the boat.
Exactly. But hold on, the partner at home, they're not just sitting there taking it. It sounds like they're actually trying to make things work.
They really are, yeah. They're trying to find ways to connect, to bring back the intimacy. They're putting in the effort, but it's just not going anywhere.
It's like they're hitting a wall.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the hard part, right? It takes two people to make a relationship work. If one person's doing all the heavy lifting, well, it's just not sustainable. So it makes you think, how do you know when you've reached your limit? When is it time to walk away, even if you still have feelings for that person?
It's a tough question.
Hmm.
But it's something we all have to think about, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes staying in a relationship can be more hurtful than leaving.
it's